Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. हृदय कुहर मध्ये केवल ब्रह्ममात्रम् अहमहमिति साक्षादात्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामज्जतावं पवनचलनरोधात् आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्. हरि ओम तत्सत्. Upadesha Saaram. In the last satsang we have completed the 4th shloka. Up to 3rd shloka, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi given the first step in everybody's life, whatever is should be followed. No one can avoid, no one can be exempted from this karma. But if it is done just as a karma, it becomes a rogam. But if the karma is turned into as a yoga, then it will become a health. I have given the example of how the snake poison is extracted and used for the treat the snake bite. So the poison itself is become the antidote for the poison. So actually karma is like a poison because karma binds. Kruti maha udhari patana karanam karma jadam. Whenever we perform the karma, naturally we will get 2 types of benefits depend upon the type of karma. One is punyam, another is papam. But both are going to create the bondage. This is many people, many times, many of us won't understand. If you say papam binds and papam is bad, adharmam, that is all we can agree and accept. But how to understand and accept that you are telling punyam also is a bondage? The example generally we say that if a person's hands are tied with the golden chain or the iron chain, what is the difference? He is bound, he tied up. So this punyam is a smiling villain like, and the papam is the frowning villain like, but both are villains only. So once if we are able to understand this, the law of karma, its principles and all that, by listening to the Shastra, then we will change our attitude from karma to, we will become a karma yoga oriented. Instead of simple action oriented, we will become the action without action. Even though we perform the actions, but that actions are not going to bind us. Even though you take the poison as the vaccine, that is going to destroy actually the real poison of the snake. Just same way. Or another example, you want to remove one thorn which is pricked in your leg, foot somewhere, you take another thorn or another needle. So to remove that thorn, you are taking the another thorn and use it and remove that thorn which has pricked in your feet, and you throw out later both these thorns. Correct? In the same way. So we have to understand with these examples what this karma and what is the meaning of karma yoga. Now, after saying that, Bhagavan clearly, in the fourth shloka, we have seen this also, some extent the meaning. In day-to-day life, all of us will do many actions through our body, speech and the mind, manasa, vacha, karmana. And out of this many actions done by the body and the speech and the mind, which is the best action? If you don't do this best action in your day-to-day routine of 24 hours, all other actions are just going waste. That means by your body actions, if you worship the Lord every day, pujanam, that is the best action, uttamam. All other actions only helps you to grow materially external prosperity, but this pujanam will helps you to grow your inner health, that is called spiritual health. Unless otherwise we accept this point and understand, we never take these instructions are so important and so valuable. So either morning or evenings, some time in a day, you must do the Ishvara Puja. What type of puja, how much long that puja, and what are the methods I have to follow, that it doesn't matter. It depends upon person to person, religion to religion, and place to place, and time to time. But remember, you must do the Ishvara Puja. What is the meaning of puja? Showing the gratitude and remembering the Almighty, the karma pradata, karma phala pradata, the creator, the Sarvagna Ishvara, karmadhyakshaha and karma phala data, that Ishvara you must remember. And slowly, gradually later you will come to know that this individual ahankara and this jiva bhavana, all these are all just a false. Then there is only the God exists. Ishvara alone exists. Why we are so much eager to do so many actions and again and again want to get the phalam of the action? Because we feel that we are limited and we feel that we are bound, so we want to get out of it. We want to we want more and more desires, fulfill the desires. So in that way you are not feeling satisfied, you are not feeling complete by yourself. As long as this incompleteness is there, you will strive and struggle for something, instead of understanding what is your relationship with the Ishvara and what is nature of the Ishvara and what is the nature of you. Therefore, we must gradually understand and come out of this small self-centered idea of the jiva and come to the whole samashti bhava of the Ishvara. Now that also Bhagavan is going to explain how to do that. So Kayika karma pujanam is the best. In Vangmaya karma, the verbal is uttering the name of the Lord is the best. Any name of the Lord, it doesn't matter again. Any time for remembering the Lord's name and telling that japa, Lord's name, is the best vachika karma. And the best manasika karma is doing the dhyanam about that Ishvara, the Lord. The Lord Ishvara here is my Ishtadevata in this level. Either Krishna or Rama, or Devi or Ganapati, or Ayyappan or Murugan, maybe any form, any name. It doesn't matter. Even sometimes we may not have any Ishta Devata, but your Kula Devata. Even your Grama Devata also is okay, but meditate on that Saguna Ishvara form of your Ishta Devata every day. As much time as possible, as many times as possible. But generally, minimum, our elders say that morning once and evening once. That means you should not do more than that. No. If you do more than that, if you can do more than that, you have more time, that is still better. So in this way, the best actions by the three instruments which we have, all of us. Now in this we can take in another way of understanding also, when it is told Uttamam Kramat, that we can apply in this way. The japam is more superior than the, that means the vachika karma is, vachika karma about this japa is more superior than the kayika karma puja, and the manasika dhyanam, manasika karma is more superior than the vachika japa. So in that way also this uttamam kramat you can apply in this way also. Then when we are talking about this, we hear generally in the scriptures or by our acharyas, karma bhrashta is there, may be there, yoga bhrashtas also may be there, but there is no gnana bhrashta or bhakta bhrashta. Name bhakta pranishyati. Bhagavan Krishna doing the promise, my devotee never perish. So same way the gnani also never fall. There is no fall in the gnanam or the devotion, but there is nothing but the fall, or there may be a fall, there can be a fall in the yoga, the ladder of yoga, and as well as the karma. Now when we are talking about this, I remember the Navavida Bhakti which is spoken of by the great Bhakta Prahalada. How that Navavida Bhakti is can we apply and relate to this particular shloka also. So that Navavida Bhakti, the 9 things are said in the 3 concised form. So how they fit into these 3 words, that 9 words, we'll see the shloka first. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dashyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Very beautifully Bhagavan Prahlada Bhakta given the a step by step Navavida Bhakti. It is not step by step. Everything includes interrelated with another thing. Every step is itself is a very, very effective purifier. Now, Kayika Karma, in this list of 9, Archanam, Vandanam, Padasevanam comes under the Kayika Karma. And Vachika Karma, Kirtanam comes under the Vachika Karma. And Manasika Karma, Smaranam, Shravanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Because this Dasyam, the surrender to the Lord, is a mental attitude. And feeling that the Lord is my friend is a feeling in the, there are manobhavas. So it is an attitude of the mind, volition of the mind. In the same way, Atmanivedanam, whether I am totally surrendered and offered myself to Him or not. In Dasyam itself it will come, but in Dasya, more than that Dasa Bhava, I am a servant of the Lord. But this Atmanivedanam is much is the superior like, because I am not at all there. I am not at all there. If I am not at all there, then what is the need and where is the question of telling, I am your servant, you are my boss, you are my friend, all these things, you are my father, nothing. I am not there. The mine is not there. Atmanivedanam, that is the culmination like. That means Parabhakti, Shuddha Bhakti with the Jnanam. So Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Like this Navavidha 9 types of bhaktis we can divide and bring into these 3 words of Kayika, Manasika, Vachika and Manasika. Then here Chintanam word also, anyhow Bhagavan is going to elaborate up to 10th shloka. He is going to elaborate one after another this entire the upasana or portion of bhakti. Instead of saying bhakti, because bhakti word is commonly used in the karma, upasana and even jnanam also. But here specifically as like karma kanda, then upasana kanda. So now Bhagavan is dealing with this. Here the chintanam word. There are 3 small same kind of words which starts with the chi, and their the root is the same. So one is chiti. Chiti means the funeral fire at the time of death. After death, the fire which is kept to make the body to burn is called chiti. That's why it is called chita bhasmam. After burnt the body, 2nd day or 3rd day, they will go and bring that ashes to culminate in some river, no? tradition. Chiti. And the next word is called Chinta. Chinta means worry. Worry, which is in the mind. Worry in the mind only. But there is a beautiful saying in between these two words. In this, the Chinta is more dangerous than the Chiti. Why? How come? Chita dahati mrutavapuhu. The Chita burns the dead body, but Chinta dahati pranavapuhu. The Chinta burns the person while living, but Chita burns the dead body. Okay, now that is only side point, but for us the important word is Chintanam. A positive, good way of thinking is called Chintanam. So here, what is the so many things and so many thoughts about so many things and people, so many thoughts will come, will do that. That is also a thinking only. But when it comes to Chintanam, the Chintanam should be a discriminative, thoughtful thinking. Analyzed thinking, which is best for me, which is useful for me, which is hitam for me. Knowing, thinking, knowing and work, cultivating, that is called Chintanam. Chintanam, very important word. That's why Bhagavan using that word. Okay, now let us go to the today 5th shloka, where the Bhagavan is going to, let us read first. Sorry, 5th shloka. 4 we come to 5th shloka. Jagata ishadhi yukta sevanam ashtamurti bhru deva pujanam. Here Bhagavan is now telling about what is the meaning of puja. The words which he used in the previous sloka, pujanam, japam, chintanam, now one by one is elaborating. Very in a simple way, but with a grand, beautiful, with in pregnant meaning. You know what is the meaning of puja? In the beginning, we may do the Ishtadevata puja, okay, Grama Devata, our own liking gods puja. But here, the real puja, and in that puja again, which is the best puja, if you want to say that, who have got this understanding, Ishadhihi Jagata, Jagata Ishadhi Yukta, whose mind is endowed with understanding of this whole world is nothing but the Lord. See, from Ekarupa Bhakti Puja to, we are coming now to the Vishwarupa Bhakti, Bahurupa Bhakti. What Bahurupa? Without any exemption, the entire world, the manifested entire world is Jagat. Jagat means sometimes Shastra says 3 worlds, or according to Bhagavat Purana, other things, 14 worlds. Entire thing is called Jagat. This Jagat is nothing but the Isha Yukta. And considering this entire Namarupa Prapancha Jagat as the form of the Lord and worshipping such a grand, big, the form of the Lord is called the real Kayika Puja Sevanam. Sevanam. Sir, Kayika Puja means then I have to put the flowers, I have to put the chandanam, all that. So every day shall I go and apply chandanam to everybody? What do you mean? Even it is a Kayika Puja, but you won't do that puja which you have done before in the Ekarupa Bhakti Puja in your house, in your small puja room. Like that you won't do. So in one way to say it is an attitude again. Bhavana. Here that's why Isha Dhihi means Isha Bhavana. This entire Jagat is nothing but the Isha Bhavana. That is called real Jagataha Sevanam. Service to this entire world. Here Sevanam means Seva, because how can I worship everybody? By respecting, by loving, by caring, by helping whichever I come across. What are the main things are there in this Jagat world? Movable, immobile. In the movable things again, Chara, Achara, there are plant kingdom, animal kingdom and human kingdom. Yes? Respect all, love all of them, never disrespect, never harm to any of them, love them, and at your range, as much as you pray, you care for them, you pray for them. So in large way you can pray and say Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu is the best way of prayer. So in this way you have to understand the entire Jagat is the nothing but the form of the Lord. Now here how this Jagat is created, what are the main ingredients in this Jagat formation? Ishvara himself become that main ingredients forms. He is the material cause and he is the efficient cause also. Nimitta upadana karanam, both. Bhagavan here telling in the second line, Ashtamurti Bhrut. Okay. Deva Pujanam. So please understand, my dear, the Seva and Puja. Madhava Sevaye Manava Seva. Okay. So treat, worship everything in this world. That's why in our tradition it is cultivated, advocated that we will worship the rivers, trees, plants, mountains, snakes, animals, what not. Everything will worship. But here technically Bhagavan telling this is a technical Ashtamurti Bhrud. That means who has the eightfold form. That eightfold you cannot just see like that, only 8. It is not 8. But that 8 is the main ingredients like the technically Shastra describes. So that word Bhagavan using here, Ashtamurti. My dear, whatever you are seeing here, the Krishnamurti is nothing but a Ashtamurti. Whomever you are seeing talking to, that Ramamurti is nothing but a Ashtamurti. Not Ramamurti, Krishnamurti alone. Every Murti, every form. Murti means actually form. Every name and form. Form is there, that's why name given. Without any form, there cannot be any name. So all that is combination of, mixture of 8 ingredients, 8-fold, 8 facets 8 dimensions, 8 ingredients, otherwise we can say. But what are that 8 Bhagavan didn't mention here? I will come to that extra points now. I am just completing the word to your meaning. So, Ashtamurti Vrit, who is having the 8 dimensions, 8-fold combinations, that Isha is nothing but appearing as this entire Jagat. Understanding this perfectly, properly in the intellect, one who do this service to the world is service to the God. So, Deva Puja and Jana Puja, Deva Seva or Jana Seva, both are one and the same, because the Jana means population, people, they are not two separate. But see how we are very much narrow minded and prejudiced about hating somebody and cheating somebody, grabbing something, hitting somebody. Why we do all this? Because this concept is not there. So then naturally we will behave like asuras. Who are asuras? Asushu ramante iti asuraha, who are very selfish motivated and only sensual pleasure motivated, only they think about their own sensual enjoyments, they are called asuras. So if you take this meaning one way, in this whole world many are asuras only, no? So Jagata Ishadi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhru Deva Pujanam. This is called Deva Pujanam. So gradually our individual Ekarupa Saguna Ishvara Puja, from our small house and the puja room, it has to gradually expand to the entire world. That means you need not stop your puja at home immediately, but while doing that also, and whatever you are offering, that dravyams also, everything is form of the Lord. When you see the flower, feel that is the form of the Lord. When you see the water, it is the form of the Lord. When you lighten the lamp, the fire is the form of the Lord. What not? Every object, either it is a living object, non-living object, everything is nothing but the form of the Lord. If this kind of bhavana comes, can we go in a wrong way? Can we think negatively any time? But we think that God is only in that particular place and particular figure, picture. So God doesn't know what I think, what I do. So I will just bargain and make the business with the Lord and ask Him to do this, that, and I will anticipate so many things and I will just live as I wish, not as the Lord wishes. So Ashtamurti Vrut Deva Pujanam. This is the general meaning of this purport of this sloka, but still we have to see a few more in and around certain points to make it more clear. That's it. Okay, we are not adding anything to Bhagavan's composition. It is full by itself, but it is a cryptic. Within a few small words, he wants to convey this entire grand vision idea. So first we will see, now here puja, when it comes, it is called upasana. Upasana. And it is more actually internal. when it actually comes into the puja, upasana is the higher way of worship, because as we told, now gradually Bhagavan is bringing to the chintanam. This is a chintanam, or otherwise how you can worship this such a big form of the Lord? Can you throw the flowers? You can throw. That's why we throw the flowers in the river also. We throw the flowers on the floor for earth, Bhumata also. But still, that is our very limited idea. But here, this idea, that is a little way of performance physically, but here it is a grand idea, bhavana. So here upasana, when it comes, it is a internal bhavana. Grade 1 puja is the ideal worship, idol worship. It is ideal only in the beginning. But as long as you have the feeling of this, I am the body, you have the identification with the body, but gradually you have to get out of this identification of the body and I am the body notion. Then naturally you have to grow, you have to expand. So until you have this body identification and I am the body notion, you need to do the idol worship outside. Now in this grade 2 puja, Vishwarupa Dhyanam, that only elaborately explained in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7 to 11. Chapter 7 to 11. All very important topics. Gradually how Bhagavan, after saying the Karma Yoga and all this Dhyanam, all this should help to come to this grand vision. And in that, gradually builds up and says, come to. Then only the last final step, taking to the Jnanam. Then, in that one place, in one shloka, Bhagavan tells in the Gita, which is related to this Ashtamurti word. That's why I am quoting. Bhumi rapo nalo vayuho kham mano buddhi revacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtada. It should come 8 only. Bhumi, apaha, analaha, vayu, kham, pancha mahabhutas, 5. Then mano buddhi, 7. Ahankaram is 8. So bhumi rapo nalo vayuhu kham mano buddhi revacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtadha. For that sake only I am telling ashtadha, ashtamurti, ashtada. Because in Shastra, many places this expression is given. 8, the word Ashtamurti. Okay. And same Ashta word again used in the Dakshinamurti Stotram also. That 9th shloka, I think, Bhurambhani lombaramaha Ado imam shuf puman. In there also Ashtada parinadancha aishwaryamavyaha Ashtada parinancha Ashtada. There also the Ashtada word is used to express, tell about this cosmic figure Ishvara. So now how to express another place also this example. The first grade puja, when it is talked about, In Vishnu Sahasranama Dhyana Shlokas, most of us will know, very popular. There it starts with the first Dhyana Shlokas. Kshirodhanvat Pradeshe Shuchimani Vilasat Saikate Mauktikanam Malar Kluptasanasthas Phatika Mani Nibhair Mautikair Manditangah Shubhrairabhrairadabrairupar Virachitair Mukta Piyusha Varshaihi Anandina Puniya Darinalina Gada Shankhapanir Mukundah. These are all with attributes, Visheshanams, Saguna, Sakara, Rupa, Ishvara. It is very nice, good for the mind to focus, to think about the Lord. But in the same dhyana shlokas of the Vishnu Sahasranamam, when you come to the higher second level, second grade of bhakti, puja, it becomes the upasana. There the same Lord is told, whatever you see this world, Bhupadau yasya nabhirviyada suranilaschandra suryau janetre Karnavashashirodhyaurmukhamapi dahano yasya vasteyamabdihi Antastam yasya vishvam suranarakaga gobhogi gandharvadaityehi Chitram ram ramyate tam tribhuvanavapusham Vishnumisham namami. Whatever you see in this world, the microbes, microbes, bacteria, virus and reptiles, birds, animals, trees, all of them, they are all nothing but in this Tribhuvanamisham Chitram Ram Ramyate. Very beautiful, very so much variety, novelty and beauty with this all. See? But unless we know the meaning of it and why this shloka said and what is the difference for that shloka and this shloka, the first shloka is at the first level, first grade. The second shloka is for the second grade, higher grade. Do you want to come to the higher grade or not? Or always you want to be in the UKG, LKG? So in this way, that's why this Lord is a mister or a mistress. Somebody asked in the Western to our Swami Ramartirtha, who is a great Vedanta philosopher, young philosopher. Somebody asked, sir, you are talking about the Lord, and Ramatirtha is the devotee of the Lord Rama. So, in your Hindu mythology or this religion, the God is the mister or mistress? Then the Ramatirtha, the great philosopher, said, the God is not either mister or mistress, he is a mystery. He is a mystery, my dear Mr. Understand? So, Ashtada, no? This Ashta word is very nice, significant word, and it is a magic word in Shastra. Okay, 8. Because 8 is very interesting. Other numerals, if you see 1, it starts and it ends somewhere. 3 also it starts and here ends. 4 also it starts there and go all. But when you come to the 8, there is a magic. What? The 8 is go round and round. Nowadays people do walking. eight shape walking. Okay, infinite walk. Why it is called infinite? See, wherever you go, you will come again to the same village, same place. Whether you start this side or this side or this side. Actually, this 80 is considered in the Vedanta Shastra as the Maya. Because you caught up in the Maya, so you go round and round, round, round. It is not a merry-go-round, but it is a sorry-go-round. It is a sorrowful going round. But actually, what is Maya? What is Maya? Maya is Ya, Ma, Samaya, which is not there at all. That is called Maya. Yes? Yeah. It's only an appearance. How come? Just like this. What is there? Only Purnamada Purnamidamir. Only it is there. Fullness is there. Brahman is there. Ekam, Nitya, Sara, Satya, Satchit, Ananda, Purnam. But this Ashtada Prakruti, the inner potential power of this Brahman, is Maya, which is just created an illusion on the Brahman as though there are so many things are there. But in fact, there are no so many things. What? So, Maya Sahita Brahma is called Ishvara. This is what Ashtada Prakriti. Okay. So, Ashtamurti Vruddheva Pujanam. This bhavana understanding is very, very important. So then, what is the phalam will come if this bhavana comes? I do everything as the worship of the Lord. I do happily. The doing itself is a phalam for me. I am not expecting any other separate phalam. That itself is the result phalam for me, because I do happily as the offering or the worship to the Lord. So then naturally ahankara and then small egocentric feeling, then complaint, expectations and anticipations, expecting the recognition, all this will vanish. All these things will vanish. When there are no this kind of attitude in the mind, that mind is a calm, quiet, peaceful, pure mind. You should not forget that first day talk, 2 days. What is the purpose of this karma yoga and upasana yoga? Chitta shuddhyardham karma yoga, chitta ekagryardham upasana yoga. Then with this concentrated, single pointed, pure mind, we must expose ourselves to the Shastra Adhyayanam, Vedanta Shravanam. That is Jnana Yoga. Bhagavan is going to bring to that gradually. The last topic very, very beautifully Bhagavan Ramana says. So I enjoy as the Karta himself, not as the Bhokta. I don't want anything. Lord appointed me, kept me here as the caretaker. I do my best and leave rest to Him. I do what I have supposed to do, what He prescribed for me. Say, what a beautiful understanding. Then you see, immediately the mind becomes lighter and quiet. A lighter mind only can try for the enlightened mind, enlightenment. A light mind only can try for enlightenment. Okay. So after telling about this, how to gradually improve our vision from the small petty, a small frog living in the small well, like we are all like that. But gradually, by Guru's grace, by listening to the teachings of these Mahatmas and all that, we will understand and we will come to know that I am not a limited small frog like in the small well, but I am belong to the entire, the gigantic world. I am the Veshti is the part of the Samashti, that Ishvara. This attitude is very, very important. By just getting this idea of this, looking at the whole world without any raga, without any dvesha, now itself immediately you will feel you are at peace. All the problems, all the questions, everything will dissolve, not solved, dissolved. There is a difference, solving and dissolving. You may solve some problems, you may not able to solve some problems, but you can dissolve all the questions and the problems. Then after that, in the 6th shloka, Bhagavan coming to the next, so about the puja gradation has given, very beautiful vision has given. Then about the vachika karma, that japa Bhagavan is highlighting here. Uttamastavad uchchamandataha chittajam japa dhyanamuttamam. Now, japa. I have given you a small one shloka for japa meaning in the last class itself. Japa, jakara janmarahityam, pakara papanashakaha. Janma karma papa nashakaha, tasmat iti japa uchyate. Now, japa or mantra is a small name. Japa. The mantra may be given by some teacher, some Mahatma. The mantra may be consisting of the some bijaksharam or without that. Or nobody has not given, just but by my Ishta Devata's name, I love it. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Or Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Like this. But most of this japa, mantra, namas, mantras, nama is can be in different tunes and different pitch, lower, middle, high, like this, like that, that all. So that's why there, that is called sthavam. Sthavam. But that is also good only in the beginning. Stava means loudly, chanting, singing, so many different kritis and kirtanas and the glories of the Lord. Okay. In one sentence itself, different names you can bring. Madhava Murahara Munijana Sevita, Shankara 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 Abhayankara, like this. But when it comes to the japa, this thavam becomes a secondary. In beginning, sometimes whenever you required in a group, in together all loudly, like this Bhakta Mandalis will sing, Kirtanam. They give a lot of preference. That is good also for many people. It purifies the antakaranam and so many benefits it will give. But still, that is a first level. So stavat, stavam means stuti. Stuti means louderly doing some parayanam, chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam and all that, or any other kind of things, stavam. That stavat, uttamam is japam. Then what is the difference? Japam, when it comes to the japa, as I told just, it is becomes a mantra. Everything which we sing, also Lord's name only. Nothing wrong if you say that every word is a mantra, but still, Maranat Trayate iti mantraha. By saying which, by uttering which, by repeating which, you repeat one nama, mantra, one nama name, repeatedly, continuously, then it becomes a japa. Then it becomes mantra. Because by doing that, trayate, it liberates you, it lifts you up, it will protects you. Trayate means actually protects you. Protects from what? From the unwanted habitual thinking of the loop of thinking. It helps you to get out of it. Not only that, in the japa, when you say that mantra repetition, it is always with the bhavana of the every mantra surrendering. For example, Om Namah Shivaya. That Namaha is an surrendering. Okay. Shivaya Namaha. Shivaya. For that Lord Shiva, I offer myself. I surrender myself. So every japa mantra, Om Krishnaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayanaya Namaha. So that pranavam and namaha will be there in the japa. Without that also, sir, I will just tell Rama, 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 Rama. Nothing wrong. But technically speaking, traditionally, it will have, if you want to call it as a mantra, there should be a surrender, offering yourself to. So, like that, Om Namah Shivaya. That means actually Om Shivaya Namaha. But for the grammatical singing sake, Om Namah Shivaya. Namaha first comes and Shivaya comes later in that mantra, Panchakshari. So, here, not japa. The importance of the japa, the stages in the japa, the gradations, that is all here Lord is explaining here. Uccha mandataha chittajam japa dhyanam uttamam. Now 3 levels of the japa. One is thavam, that point is separate, keep it side. That is also good, nothing wrong. Those are all doing like that, and all, let them use it. We can also, whenever we feel like to, we can clap and sing and shout and call the Lord. But when it comes to the japa, it should be done in a sitting position by sitting straight. All these points are not mentioned here by Bhagavan, but we know, we have seen in the Bhagavad Gita, in many places, Shuchau deshe pratisthapya stiramasana atmanah. In 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord gives all these basic instructions about the asana, the body position, and what to put down and where to sit, how to sit, what about the breathing condition. So, the condition of the surroundings, condition of your body, and condition of your breathing, then condition of the mind also. Such with a proper conditions, then only you can recondition your inner personality mind. So that Ucha in the japa also now. So those basic points are not mentioned here. There are Vaikhari Vani, Madhyama Vani, then Pashyanti Vani or Paravani. These are all the again technical terms. All these will come in Lalita Sahasranam also. Pashyanti Paradevata, Madhyama Vaikhari Rupa, Pashyanti Paradevata. Anyhow, that I am not explaining much deep, but basically you remember three, because Bhagavan Ramana here telling about the three things. So, Uttamam Stavat Ucha Japa. Japa means what I explained to you already, the difference between the Stavam and the Japam. That also Japam, Ucha Japa, that means chanting louder. Everybody hears. Om Namo Narayanaya. Japam. But Ucha Japam. Compared to that Ucha Japa, the Mandataha Japa is better. Let it heard by you only, okay, not by anybody, heard by you only. And third is still Chittajam Japa. Even you are not moving the lips, your tongue is not moving, but chanting, the mental recitation Japa goes. So the Japa born in the Chitta mind is the still Uttamam. And that Japadhyanam, here Dhyanam means we are still in the level of the Japa only. But here Dhyanam word is the mental Japa meaning. Japadhyanam, that word you have to say. Chittajam, Japadhyanam, Uttamam. So totally three. Okay. Or if you take this Stavam also, from the Stavam, the Japam is good. In the Japam, from the louder Japa to middle, Upamshu Japa, otherwise it is called. Okay. Vaikhari Vani and the Madhyama Vani. Upamshu Japa. Only lip movement, I will hear myself little. And much better, greater than this is called the mentally born Japadhyanam is more superior. Still many more points we have to discuss about this Japa, and those points we'll talk about in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.